truth of the word and reaching the youth. Saving souls of the old, doing God's work with more to do. And he turning up every week and get lit. Making it church on Sunday, you can tune in and get your fix. Turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up.
I said, we are trying to let our mind catch up with what has already happened in our spirit. Don't you know that your spirit knows exactly who you are supposed to be? Your spirit knows exactly who you are supposed to be. That is why when I say to you that you are blessed, you begin to jump up and clap and give God praise, although you don't have two nickels to rub together. Why? Because my spirit knows. That's why when I say to you that you are healed, you begin to lift your hands and give God a praise in advance for your healing. Although the lump is still in your breast and pain is still running through your body. You know why? Because your spirit knows. That is why when I say to you, God is good, you instinctively say all the time, even though you got all hell breaking loose in your life, because your spirit knows something that is waiting on your mind to catch up and know it. I don't know about you this morning, but I made up in my mind, I am not where I want to be in my life, but I'm there in my head. And because I'm there in my head, it's only a matter of time before my mind catches up with my spirit and God takes me to the level that he wants me to be. Somebody shout, I'm ready for next. Ruth said, watch this, let me go to where he is. I'm tolerating today, but my mind has already seen my tomorrow. I know that I'm not much to look at right now. I know that I'm a beggar. Come on, I need you to walk with me because Ruth was gleaning in the field. She was picking up what other people left. She was doing this so she could eat. The woman was poor. She had no food. She was out here gathering food so that she and Naomi could eat and survive. Her husband was dead. The patriarch of the family was gone. But she still said, if I can just get to the field, I'm going to have favor. Oh, God, help me. If I can just get to the field, if I can just get to the room, and I'm talking to somebody today, all you need to do is get in the room. If you can just get in the room, I know I don't have the degrees that everybody else has. I know I don't have all the dress that everybody else has. But if I can just get in the room, God help me to preach it right. So somebody just type it in the chat. Just say, just let me in the room. Just let me in the room. Now I'm a country boy from Brownsville, Tennessee, inside the county line. Here it is. I have gone to the fields. I have picked corn, and I have gotten up early in the morning, and I've picked tomatoes from the tomato truck. I've gotten on the tomato truck, gone to the tomato fields, picked tomatoes, come from the field. And the last thing I want, watch this, is for somebody that I'm trying to impress to see me when I come from the field. Yeah, y'all not ready. That's the last thing I want is for somebody that I'm trying to make a good impression on to see me when I come from the field. But look at Ruth. Ruth didn't look at it like that because Ruth understood he may see my flesh, but he's going to feel my spirit. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I need somebody to just shout, it's more than what it looks like. Now, exposure, family, can be uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable because God will put you in an environment that you don't fit yet. And if you're not careful, you'll begin to talk yourself out of the environment that God put you in. But I need you to understand that exposure is packed with principles that you're going to need for the next level. Don't tell me you're hungry when you're not preparing for next. If you would invite me to your house for dinner and I show up for dinner, if I show up and you were expecting me, then there will be a plate for me. There will be a seat for me at the table. Why? Because you were expecting me. But if I just drop in and you were not expecting me, there's not going to be a seat at the table. When you know you got a seat at the table, something inside of you should change. Is there anybody in here that's expecting that when you show up, your seat at the table is going to be there? I love Ruth. I love this story of Ruth because Ruth blesses me. She She reminds me of people like my mother. She reminds me of people probably like your mother, your grandmother. She reminds me of people that didn't have all the luxuries that we have today. And so sometimes it's easy for us to forget that those that came before us didn't have it as good as we have it today. It's easy for us to get that there was those that came before us that sacrificed so we could have. And it wasn't always easy for them. Don't you know that it wasn't easy for your mother and your grandmother to make sure that you went to school? Don't you know that it wasn't always easy to put food on the table? Let's just take a moment and give God a hand clap of praise for the roots in our life. When Jesus went to the Mount of Transfiguration, he did not take all 12 of the disciples with him to that level. He only took 3. When he went to the Mount of Transfiguration, he did not take all 12 disciples. He only took 3. This is why you cannot base your level on somebody else's level. You can't look at what somebody else is doing and say that that should be yours. You would be surprised at the people that have forfeited necks because they would not leave the 12. When it is you have taken it personal, it is when you would have to sit down with people and say, listen, this is not personal. This is spiritual. I wish you the best. May the Lord watch between thee and I while we're absent one from another. But I have to go to another level. I wish the best for you. I want the Lord to bless you in all of your endeavors. But as for me and my house, I have to go to next. Why? Because Jesus is calling me to my next. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So I can't continue to repeat this grade with you. I love you, but I can't keep going around this same mountain with you. I can't keep staying in this same place with you. You're happy some days and you're mad the next day. One day you're good, the next day you're not good. One day you're speaking, the next day you don't speak. I can't keep going around the mountain with you. I have to move to my next.
Pass the loop, speaking the truth of the word and reaching the youth. Saving souls of the old, doing God's work with more to do. And he turning up every weekend, getting lit,